Hey, folks, this is Lonzo, the Godfather of West Coast Hip Hop. We are live right here on a Friday afternoon, the last show of the year. The last show of the year, folks, is me and Dr. Dre, Legendary Connect. We're about to make it happen here, folks. I don't know what happened. I'm back here staggering again. I thought I'd fixed that shit. Oh, my God. Anyway, we are live, folks. I got Dre in the background. He fumbling doing something. I don't know what he's doing.
I'm just finishing. I'm taking care of number one.
Okay.
So I don't have to do a number two.
All right. So wash your hands and come on, join this goddamn show.
No, my hands are clean. That's what I'm saying.
Your hands are clean. All right, damn it. All right. Well, that's a good thing. All right, we got the chat room.
Let's jump into it, brother. How are you doing today?
Oh, we good, man. We good. Chat room was already in
on
place.
The last day of 2022. Who
knows? The last show. Tomorrow, the last day.
Well, okay, the last show. But anyway. Dude.
Yes, sir. So we sitting here doing our thing, folks. I've been working on this damn program. I did a show yesterday. Everything was fine. I'm looking at it right now, and I've got some lagging and shit. Anyway, I ain't gonna stop shit. And I'm gonna keep on doing what I gotta do.
I know we're gonna roll it right along because this is the last one for 2022 for us.
Yep.
So at the beginning of 2023.
Yes, sir.
What can we say?
I know folks.
So you want to go back to go forward? You want to go forward and go back?
I don't know. I know people gonna be lying to themselves. I got a resolution. I'm gonna start doing this. I'm gonna start doing that. Don't tell that lie to me. Tell it to yourself.
Make you believe what you say.
Make you believe that shit first, okay? I don't lie to myself so much. My shit be like, nigga, please. But
go ahead.
I am gonna try and learn Spanish this year, though. I'm gonna learn some Spanish. I know some. There you go.
Yeah, you just disconnected. You said you want to try to learn Spanish.
I'm gonna learn some Spanish today. I'm gonna learn some Spanish. I need to be able to speak to these folks. I work with a lot of Latino people. I want to know what they're saying. I want to be able to understand them. And this is my own education. I took Spanish in school several times, but I didn't pay that shit no attention. I didn't pay it no attention. So I didn't, uno, dos, tres,
well, the best way to say to learn it is to be around people that can speak it to you so you can learn it. But I'll give you an early word from that 2023.
Go ahead.
Hola. There you go. Start there. You can't do any worse than just saying hola.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful thing. Everything starts with hola.
Everything starts with hola.
Everything.
But anyway, folks, we are live. We live. And like we said earlier, this is the last show of the year, folks. New Year's.
So let's go over some of the highlights.
Let me finish talking.
Go ahead.
Last show of the year, we got people gonna make promises, like we said a few minutes ago. It's one of the first years in a long time that starts on the Sunday. The first day of the year falls on the Sunday. Okay, and that's rare. That's rare. In the club business, I would be highly upset because I would make no new money. Okay, ain't nothing like that. I would be pissed. If I was still in the club business, I would be highly pissed because I can't make any new money. What I mean by that is if you in the club business and New Year's Eve falls on a weekday, that means you get New Year's Eve money, take a day off for New Year's, come back Friday, Saturday, still get paid. Now
you get double. It's a double week.
Right, you get a double hit. But now, because it falls on the Saturday, all you're going to do is piss off your regular customers because for raising the price on Saturday, normally it was $10, now it's $50 for the same drinks, the same bartender, same DJ. They talking shit, don't want to pay. And you off on Sunday anyway, so what the hell? So yeah, folks, we here, we live, and we're making it happen. Go for it, Dre.
Well, I was going to say, what we can do? Because this is the year of my greatest year of all, because this was the year my parents got together. So in December of 1963, I was formed, born, and laid on the slab. So it gives me a 6-0, and I'm very happy to be here.
You be 60.
So it's the year of the 59th year. I'll be 60 at the end of this year. Absolutely. I'll be so blessed.
All right, Bernadette just popped in.
Mm-hmm.
I think she's gonna pop in.
Is she popping a play?
She popping. There she is. She looking all
I'm
swole
here.
up. Back up that camera a little bit, girl. You too swole up. You like a giant lady. There you go.
I'm mad. I was swole. Okay. Hey, legends and
I
chat.
turn your lights on so I can see your face.
Let me
I'm looking
see
at
it. I
shadows
gotta
right
get
now.
my technician if he can turn
Okay.
it on.
Now you looking sounding good. I just want to put more light on you.
Fingers crossed.
There's
Fingers
a
crossed.
light on it.
Put some more light on you, baby.
All right. Let's see what I can do. How about that?
No, you was all right for a second, but you knocked it out. Now you half your face, one eye is lit up, the other one ain't. Now this ain't gonna work. Here you go.
Let me see.
Don't do nothing. Don't move nothing. Leave right there. Stay right there. Don't move. Don't.
I'm going to get the ring. I'm going to get the ring because this ain't working.
Okay.
I got an astigmatism.
Do you really have astigmatism?
I think so. This hurts my eyes.
Oh shit! You might be. You got no glasses on. You should be able to see California by now. Shit.
Did you really?
Anyway,
You got glasses too, so let's leave our eyes alone.
I need to see that. If I can see this damn keyboard, anything else I can see down the street. I just can't see this keyboard in front of me. All right, Bernadette, how you doing?
Get your giant magnifying glass.
How you doing today,
That's what
baby?
we're gonna do.
I'm doing excellent. Enjoying the holiday. Shoot, it's going pretty good. I'm already. You know what? For the first time ever, I'm writing down 2023, and I'm usually that person that writes the old year, in the new year. But I'm writing the new year, so I'm ready.
I just threw away calendars already. I got calendars. I usually buy new calendars every year. I ain't buying no calendar this year. I got one small desk calendar. I used to go to Staples or something and buy 3-4 calendars. I don't use them goddamn things. I use my phone most of the time.
True. I'm finding some good apps and stuff too. But I did buy a weekly planner.
I did that.
Yeah.
I got one of those. I usually buy the big ones. I bought a small one for my desk. I can throw it in my backpack in my briefcase if I have to.
I got a pocket size one.
Anyway, we all talking about the plans. 2022 was a mother boy. But it wasn't as bad as it wasn't bad. It wasn't horrible.
You started out 2022 at the freaking Super Bowl, man.
You know what? Hey.
That's your start.
That was a start to a good year. Led to a lot of good stuff. By the halfway time, I was the president of the Compton Entertainment Chamber of Commerce, and I spent the last 6 months just learning what comes with that responsibility. And I'm still learning, but I pretty much got it. I understand, and I'm looking forward to 2023 because I want to hit the ground running.
See,
that's my goal: hit the ground running. Okay,
that's it.
I tell people, man, what you gonna do for New Year's? I've been practicing for 2023 since October. Okay, I've been getting ready for that since October. So when it hit, when you're trying to jump across something, you don't stand on the edge and just leap. You got to get a running start. So
that is true.
I started running them back in October. So here 31st, come Monday morning, I'm ready to go. I got meetings already set up for Tuesday, Monday and Tuesday.
That's it. That's
all ready to go.
That's it. And I got people asking for some reason. It's been talks about you and Dre getting out to the Super Bowl. I don't know what it is about y'all in Super Bowls, but we'll see. They won't.
I was talking to somebody this afternoon about the Super Bowl. They got a golf tournament. They want me to play in old school hip hop versus hip hop NFL legends, and if I might do that if they paying for it, I'm there. Shit.
That's the only way I talk when I'm asked, Bernadette, what do you think about that? I'm like, I'll talk to the legends. The money talks. You get him out there, you get me out there. Let's go. So. Yeah,
so it's a package. So you got to have everybody. You got to pay for it too. Damn it! Yeah, I got money.
Love a live Legendary Connects. You know how great that would be to be all in the same place.
That would be interesting, Bernadette.
Hey, interesting. Okay, it would be fun.
That would be interesting. All right, folks, you're live with Lonzo, Miss Bernadette, and Dr. Dre. What you got to say, Dre?
What I was going to say, we're going to do a lot of connecting and fixing the situation we got with me being always in the dark and not being able to at least be visually in front of you. We're going to definitely, that's one of the major priorities for this program. The second priority is, like Bernadette said, getting out there and connecting with the other folks and making sure they see us. And I'm going to help you with what you were saying about doing the party thing. I'm going to propose that we're going to do some legendary connect parties.
Mm.
We do them in
Parties.
Texas.
We're gonna do them everywhere because we are legendary connects from the south to the west to the east to the north. Come on, Lonzo, let's go off and go off. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna figure it out because
We gonna figure it
being blessed
out.
with having a streaming network with the ABA Entertainment and Abigail networks, and now putting all that together requires a lot of work. And people don't understand all the behind the scenes to get something launched like that. But in doing that, we're going to be able to send out and do things that everybody else don't do. So we're going to sit behind the scenes, and I'm going to talk to you about it because to me this year was very volatile. You had a great Super Bowl thing, and I applaud you for that. And now they have a documentary called The Show on Showtime
I
talking
saw it.
about the thing y'all
Behind the
put
scenes,
together.
yeah.
I caught the end of it. Give us a little background on that, please.
Well, basically, what they did from the conception of the Super Bowl halftime show last year to the actual execution during the halftime of the game, they documented the whole thing. They documented
Mm.
the creation of the set. They documented the rehearsals, everything. And Pepsi put together a like about an hour and a half documentary talking about the Super Bowl halftime
Right.
show. Now, I watched it. I got it. One of my producers, good looking out, David, sent it to me. As soon as it came out. I think it came out Wednesday or Thursday. I was headed to the gym when he sent it to me, and I watched it.
Right.
He said it's on YouTube. It's on Showtime,
It's on Showtime,
but
so you can watch it.
there was a
It'll be on
YouTube.
for a while.
It was uploaded to YouTube as well. So I don't know if that link is still available, but I watched it from the YouTube link, and it's a great documentary. But one thing I noticed about the documentary, it's a good great project when it comes to the technical aspects of all the behind the scenes going on for the Super Bowl halftime show. There's no conversations with Dre, no conversation with Snoop, no conversation with anybody. You see him in the background, you see him talking, but there's not even a real narrator. Somebody else may be talking about what they're doing in the show. And one thing I noticed it for sure, there's no connection to the audience. It just shows you how it came together. Okay. In fact,
Right.
I thought it was funny how they only refer to Eve After Dark as the club, which is fantastic. And like Will
Mm-hmm.
Smith, keep my name out your mouth. Let me do all that right there. So um, they called it California Love, and for the
Right.
last 5-6 months, we've been struggling with a name to call our documentary on the Eve After Dark. And because of that documentary, gave me a name to roll with for my documentary, which is Compton Love. Okay. Compton
Nice.
Okay.
Love, Eve After Dark, center stage, Super Bowl 22. Okay.
Okay.
The main title is Compton Love. And we're probably we got some stuff planned out that's gonna make it happen. But one thing about our documentary that is totally different from their documentary. Their documentary, in lack of a better word, is kind of sterile. It's like if you into the mechanics of that, fine, it's beautiful. But if you want to know the real story of Eve After Dark or Tams or anything like that, you got to get to a documentary. You got to get a documentary about that. And that's what we have. We have a lot of emotional situations that yeah, a lot of human situations that bring the Eve After Dark to a different level. It's not better. It's just different. We went at
Well,
a
it's
different angle.
personal.
It's more
The one
personal.
that you saw
Yeah.
with the show is a technical
Right.
behind the scenes thing. So it's like for people who want to say, well, how did they put this together? Who made these decisions? How did this go? It didn't get into the why, where, and how they conceptually came up with the performance thing. It was basically a technical thing. That's why I don't want to make a big comment on it because I saw it like the last 10 minutes, but I want to watch it from the beginning. So I'll catch it probably late at night so I don't get interrupted. because I can't stand like when I'm watching something like that and the phone rings or someone's banging on the door. So is anything I talk to you, I'm like, trying to watch this. Can you stop?
Right. So,
Literally.
Bernadette calls, Lonzo calls.
See?
Brandon's trying to get me in the clubhouse room. I'm like, can I just watch
Shout
the
out to
doctor
Bam.
one more thing, please?
you know, I enjoyed it, but I enjoy behind the scenes documentaries anyway. One of my favorite documentaries behind the scenes is Disneyland. All the tunnels and all the rules.
Yeah.
If you ever watched the Disneyland, I forgot what it's called, especially Disneyland and Disney World. Okay, there's
Disney
so
World,
much shit.
I was on the. Go ahead.
There's so much shit that goes on underground. There's more shit going on underground than there is above the ground. Okay,
No.
The security they have in place
You don't.
in Disney World.
You know they even show you something
I
free.
can't tell you because I done seen some folks breaking out fight with their sister-in-law lately.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
What's going on? Yeah.
But they also when they broke out that fight, you see their ass probably fell into a tree and never came back out again either. They didn't walk into the park.
You know, you got a sense of that they will never ever come back. Their kids will never ever come back.
They probably got generationally banned. You're right. They probably got generationally banned from the Magic Kingdom. Now,
when they showed up,
may I jump in real quick?
Go ahead.
I went on the tour on Disney World because I had some friends over there. We went down there to do a program when I was on Hot 97, and I went back because a friend invited me to come back, and they took me on the Disney World tour through the tunnels and some of the characters. I wouldn't mess with some of those characters. Some of those characters are officers.
really?
And the Disney World, a Disney policy is you never see garbage on the ground. It's picked up that fast. And there's cameras where you wouldn't think there's a camera. And the craziest thing, especially Disney World, Orlando, Florida, they're the only, at this time when I went there, that have F-15 fighter jets that they control for the military. So if you even think about, well, I'm head to the park, they will shoot you out the sky.
Disneyland, all Disneylands are no-fly zones.
There are no-fly zones. If you break that fly space,
your ass is in trouble.
Military planes, you will be fried before you even get close to it.
The mouse got a button. Mickey Mouse got a button up his ass. He stick his butt. When the goddamn button on his chest, here it come. Okay,
dude, Lonzo. When I went to that room, when they showed me, they have like a team that watches all those screens. As soon as eating something starts, like Brenda was saying, the fight started. The reason they can get rid of that so fast, before it escalates to a ridiculous level, you don't know who. It's a small world. Somebody can jump at you and snap.
Ridiculous, Dre, but okay, y'all.
And you will not realize it.
It got ridiculous because it kept on stopping and starting. Now I saw it. I saw the video. It kept on. It looked like it was going to die down, and then homeboy took off on the sister-in-law. It was a mess. It was embarrassing to black folks. Okay.
Mama, they knocked down their mama.
I know white folks fighting. I know white people fight at Disneyland too, but damn it, that shit went viral quick. Okay, my brother made the mistake of trying to smoke weed at Disneyland on the People Mover. Okay,
what?
My brother at grad night, he tried. My brother was a big weed head. He loved weed back in we're talking about in the 80s. And he went to grad night and he was smoking weed on the People Mover. And they stopped the People Mover train and escorted him and his date into a little cave, okay, in the wall. And his partner say, "Man, we waited for him. And the people before him came out, people after him came out, and his train was empty. And we waited again. We thought we were tripping." And he said, they never saw my brother again the rest of the night. My dad had to get up and drive his ass all the way to Anaheim to get my brother out of Disney jail.
Jail.
Okay, they got a jail at Disneyland. Okay, so it's the cleanest jail you ever want to see in your life, but it's a jail at Disneyland. Lock your ass up with big ass keys and shit. Okay, okay.
And the thing is, they really don't play.
They don't play.
They have federal authority in those parks.
The happiest place in the world
To
don't
jump off.
play.
Disneyland has an image that has to protect at all costs, and your ass will be sucked into a tree and end up in Knott's Berry Farm so fast it's a goddamn shame. No, they show you in one of the things they showed you. There's false trees and false doors. I mean, you stand next to it, the tree may open up into a garbage can or to a security door or whatever. I tell you something else you ain't gonna see at Disneyland. All those rides that people are zipping and zapping around all the various mountains, you ain't never seen no vomit nowhere near Disneyland.
Nope.
Never seen vomit.
They clean stuff up.
They got a
the
special.
moment it happens,
they got
there's a team bang right
I forgot the word. I forgot the word for vomit. I think it's called recall or return or something like that. But it's a cold.
Put the stuff on the ground like they did at the school. You know that stuff that smells real loud at school.
No. They got somebody in a little red and white striped hat, happy, smiling his ass off, mopping up vomit. Okay, he better be smiling. You ever see somebody? You don't see people at Disneyland frowning. Everybody smiling. I'm gonna give you that. What you doing? You be picking up horse shit. You smiling like a motherfucker. Picking up shit, okay?
If you are online for a ride and you threw up on each other, they come out and escort you in the back and clean you up.
You ain't gonna come out. You will not come out. You will not walk out in public with vomit on your ass.
Oh my God!
No, it's like they'll clean you up.
They will
clean you up.
They may give you a Mickey shirt to keep your ass from being going out and getting everybody else sick.
Lonzo,
yes.
So I would have got a new shirt.
They will put your clothes and clean them for you.
I can see that.
I get sick on the simulators, the things that's like a fake ride. I get motion sickness and stuff. So I got on the Back to the Future ride and barely made it. So I after that I stay away from the simulator. I can ride a roller coaster, but I can't ride the simulators.
I love all that. I mean, I love
the simulators.
The Disneyland rides.
I'm a geek. You know what I do?
What?
Alonzo, I'll get on it first to experience it and be like, that was crazy. That was crazy. I did not the Back to the Future one. They had a Jurassic Park style one where you go in like towards the Tyrannosaurus Rex, and then I get on again and I take my head and I used to look over the side to see how the simulator was moving you, because once you break the sight line, all of a sudden the simulation doesn't bother you.
It doesn't bother me, period.
I get sick in the back seat of a car, so I have to ride in the front.
How you gonna have sex in the back seat if you get sick?
That makes no sense.
This is a car that is driving.
How you gonna get sick in the back seat of a car? That's the best place to have sex.
This is a car in motion on the road.
You better get you.
That's what a car. That's what you do when you have sex in the back
of the car. Motion outside the road. How you gonna get your freak on? And you going, mama? No, bro. That's all right. You mess with Bernadette.
Have you ever been to Universal and got on the Terminator ride?
No, man, I haven't been to Universal Studios since God knows how long. Since they had the Abiding Man and the Snowman shit.
Yeah. I did. I took my daughter and my son when they were young to go on. My son was sitting in his stroller, and my daughter was sitting next to me, and my first wife was sitting in between us. And when it's going on, the screens are going crazy, and the Terminator comes out the screen, and he starts walking down the thing. He walks up to my son, and he looks down at my son and gives him a look. And my son just laughs and waves and thinks it's the best thing in the world. My daughter's choking the crap out of me. Dad! 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 And the Terminator's messing with my son. And I'm like, dude, can you move on? I'm getting choked out here. It's like stuff like that. I love that kind of.
Parents get it.
Now, I tell you something that was funny. I was telling my daughter about this other day. I took a friend of mine's niece. We all went to Disneyland when it was still $20. And the girl saw we were in Tomorrowland. Goofy walked up on her. She looked up, saw Goofy scream, and took off running. By the time I caught her ass, she was in Frontierland. Okay, I'm running like a motherfucker. Okay, people think she's running from me. I'm trying to catch her ass. I caught her. It was Frontierland. She was still screaming. So yeah.
My daughter was like that with Angelica from the Rugrats.
Oh my
Because she
Okay.
loved the Rugrats. But when they come at you and you're that small and they're big with the hands and they're all smiling and we're just going, no! Took off running like, wait a minute, where are you going? Where are you going? No! No! Get away from me!
Wow. Hey.
And that's when I made the law. We do not go back to amusement park till you grow up.
Okay.
Can't do it.
You know what? I mean, that's almost as bad as my son. He was afraid of clowns. And he can't stand midgets. He couldn't stand little people. I can't call them midgets no more. He couldn't stand
He
little
doesn't
people.
like the little people.
I took my son to see the Universal Soul Circus, and
Yes.
homeboy, the little ringmaster came by us. Man, my son, he was going. Where you go? I found it because he was screaming. Okay,
Casual cow.
casual cow. That's the only way I found him because he was screaming.
It's a phobia.
I don't know. My son is just horrified. He was born afraid of clowns and midgets. Okay.
Oh my God.
Clowns, midgets, he didn't fuck with. Okay. Circus. We went to circus one time. I called myself being, the big dad, taking him to the circus. And shit, I could have saved my money because he didn't want no parts of it. The elephants was cool, big ass elephants. He cool, but that little midget, oh hell no.
That's the circus, midget, clowns, and little people. Wow, yeah, that's the circus.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
You had fun then, so you had fun avoiding clowns.
Yeah.
Small people at a circus.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
It is.
The chat is blowing up, y'all.
If you go to the first show of the circus, all those performers come out into the stands because there's not a lot of people there, and it's a lot of fun. I did that several times with my kids in Madison Square Garden and at Nassau Coliseum.
Oh yeah.
No, up close and personal.
Yeah, when they were young.
Yeah, folks. Man, you know what? The chat room is lit up. I'm gonna say hello, happy new year, to everybody in the chat room, right quick. Said Born, Sir Leroy L, Chris Stacks, Leroy L. Like that reminds me of my boy from Pulp Fiction, Roy L with cheese. Vidal Steele, what's up with you folks? What Marlon at? Marlon, no, Marlon here someplace. He might be
Marlon
busy today.
been here asking questions about what did he ask?
There you go. What's up, Marlon? I see you down.
This place on earth is the most expensive place on earth. And,
man, wait. I was talking to my kids right the other day. I got a 23 and a 20-year-old. They love Disneyland, right? My son got a season pass for Disneyland. All right. He got a down payment. The down payment was somebody gave him was $280. That's just the down payment. Okay. And I found out you can't even you can't do a walk up to Disneyland no more. You got to make a reservation to go to Disneyland now. Okay. And if you don't have if you can get a walk up ticket, it's $200. What? It's $200.
We used to go. We used to kind of walk up.
That's what I did all the time. Hey, what y'all do? I would, I be one of my girls. I was hanging out with a girl or something. We riding down the 5 freeway. What you doing? Let's go to Disneyland. Fuck it, let's go. We just pop up. Shit, they ain't doing that. I took my kids out of school one time and surprised them with Disneyland. Can't do that shit no more.
Wow.
So
I think we need.
Is that since the pandemic?
Yeah, they did it was since the pandemic. So what they're doing now, I mean, my oldest daughter, she's a big Disneyland fanatic. She used to have a pass. It was like $1,000. She'd go almost every weekend just to hang out.
Nice.
And then that shit's like $2,000 or $3,000 now. It's ridiculous. And then you still got blackout dates.
So what about the shared property? What's the property? The places where they sell you their property and stuff. They used to give the tickets away too. But you got to do the whole tour and everything about the property. I forget what's it called.
I don't know, but it's
Disneyland. In Disneyland, didn't they expand Disneyland? We're doing a whole Disneyland commercial here. I hope we get some money down the road for this for 2023, or at least get a pair of tickets. What kind of crap is this? But anyway,
that'd be fun.
They expand Disneyland with new rides from Star Wars.
Yeah, I haven't seen that.
Look, a bunch of stuff. Yeah,
I haven't seen that shit yet. I just find it difficult to give somebody $150. Well, it's $180 if you don't have a pass. Okay, and they sell the passes because they make the door price so high. I think the cheapest you can get in Disneyland right now, if you got all kind of hookups, might be $140. Okay, I remember
Per person.
per person. Per person. My
That's not like
sister,
a group thing. That's a per person.
my sister took her grandkids. She was out of a G just walking in the motherfucker. She's out of a G, just being grandmama. Walking in, everybody hungry. If your belly start growling, you finna be out another 500.
Yeah.
Another
We
500.
backpacked a
They don't
lunch.
let you bring food in anymore. Now, for one of the things, you can't bring your own food into the park.
My dad, back in the day, he would not go with us. And back then, it was only like $6. I see somebody in the chat room say, I remember back in the 80s, Cali resident got in for $8. You're right. I remember that. When we was kids, now they still had the booklets, the little the coupon booklets. It was like $4-5 back then. And my old man wouldn't go. I refused to get that mouse my goddamn money. I refused. My mama would take us, and imagine this right here. My mom would take us to Disneyland on $50. Okay, me and my sisters, my sister and my brother, my mama, and whoever else came to town. That was her thing, was to take people to Disneyland. Okay, and she could do all that on $50 and feed people. We stopped right there at the Carnation restaurant and eat. Okay, and my old man, he would take us to the Pike. He'd take us to Knott's Berry Farm, and we always went to a place out in LA called POP, Pacific Ocean Park. They just called it it's Santa Monica now. But the Pike was my favorite out of all of them. I like Disneyland. I'm cool with Knott's Berry Farm, but for my taste, for raunchy shit and having a good time, ain't nothing like the goddamn Pike, boy. The Pike was a motherfucker. I like raunchy shit sometimes, man. Because here's the Pike.
The best food.
The Pike was it was in Long Beach. It was close. And when I was like 12, no, I'm gonna say about 14, 15. Okay. The Pike had these little rooms in the back of the arcades, the X-rated rooms. They had the X-rated rooms. You can see titties and shit, right? And
he's out of control.
if you can get past the white boy with the beard. If you can get past the white boy with the beard, if he got distracted, you can slide back in the titty section, man. And for a couple of dollars, for a couple of quarters, oh man, you have a field day. Titties everywhere, okay? But they never, right before the good part, they cut the goddamn thing off. And I remember, dude, my boy, we cut lines. My old man would give us like $10 for cutting lines. And we leave the Pike broke. Okay, broke. We leave all the roller quarters and leave the Pike broke. But it was a cool place, man, because it was really interesting because you had regular people, and then that's when the fleet was still coming into Long Beach. So if the fleet came into Long Beach, them Navy dudes, they be buck wild, man. Them dudes be wild. They be fighting with the MPs and fighting with the Marines and fighting with the Army and shit. Oh, dude, it was a mess out there. But it was, I guess it got me used to the club life. Because I'm sitting there like a kid. I go to the arcade and watch them fight. They be throwing down too, boy. And it was just amazing. I could watch these some titties and go home. Shit.
I like that, Lonzo. I like that. They got you ready for the club.
They got me ready for the club business. Okay.
Get you ready. The Marines too.
Yeah, the Marines and the Marines and the Navy get to fight because the Marines and the Navy, they cool, but they don't really fuck with each other because the Marines think they're the baddest people on the earth. And they call the Navy, that's their ride to their fights, okay? Because the Navy usually provide transportation. Most of the pilots on Navy ships are Marines.
Airmen.
Yeah, they're Marine airmen. So then you have a lot of Navy ships. They provide transportation to the Marines. They say the Navy don't fight; they just drive people around to go fight. So anyway, you always
just a chauffeur.
They just big ass, they got big ass yacht chauffeuring people. So that was kind of the big thing. And man, they getting them tattoos and shit. Man, I seen cats get all kind of tattoos, and that's why I don't have no tattoos right now. Because as I was coming up, Only people had to, and and the
Because you were
motherfucking
Navy.
bikers, okay, and the bikers,
Yeah.
them Hell's Angels, dude. Oh my God.
But dude, let me tell a story.
Go ahead.
I got two quick ones. The first one is when I was real young. We lived Florida. They were building Disney World. I'll show you how old I'm speaking. They were building Disney World, but the big thing to go to in the Northeast was state fairs. There was a state fair in Connecticut called the Danbury State Fair, where 100,000 people, because it was like for days, would go on like big holiday weekends, like Labor Day weekend, July 4th, and it would be like people from everywhere at this thing. And it was the crazy part about it was like our whole family would get together. So it'd be like maybe 12 of us in a van. And when you get out, my father would always be like, I can't believe I'm spending $20 on all this craziness. But we would be able to bring things. My mother and them would pack food, drinks, everything. And we said, do not buy anything from here. So they give us money. And if you want to get like a hamburger or a hot dog and hamburger maybe cost $0.25 back then. And you got all the side condiments that you want to go with it. But the rides were insane. It was like huge roller coasters, Ferris wheels, all kind of, like you saying, raunchy. It had everything, but you had to know where to go. So adults would be in certain sections, kids would be in a different section. That was like our big thing, to go to that. But then there was Palisades State Park, which had like the Superman rides. And I think DC owned it or something like that, because all the DC comic characters were at the Palisades State amusement park. It was incredible as a kid. But then the first time I went to Disney World, I used to go to the newspapers for Newsday on Long Island. And if you got X amount of customers to sign up, you won a ticket to Disney World. So I had a new manager in my area, and he taught me how to get all different types of people to sign up. So I was the first Black carrier to ever go on a trip with Newsday to Disney World. And I was in the Newsday paper. But it was shaking my hand, and I was getting on the bus. And what I learned on the bus ride to Disney World was more fun than getting to Disney World. I learned how to smoke Marlboro cigarettes in a box.
What kind of cigarettes? Marlboro.
He was a kid.
Marlboro, the red Marlboro.
What's Marlboros, man? Marlboro? Motherfucker, you talking about Marlboro?
Marlboros.
What the fuck is a Marlboro?
Yes.
That's them mint cigarettes?
No. Black people smoke Newport menthols. What? Because I just said I was the only Black Newport carrier to go on this trip. And I was like,
how you pronounce that word again? 14? How you pronounce that cigarette brand again?
Marlboro.
No, ain't no Marlboro. It's Marlboro.
Marlboro, whatever.
Oh, that's what the fuck you were talking about. Marlboro.
Marlboro man, boy.
It's the Marlboro man. Ain't no Marlboro man. Yeah.
So I was trying.
That's right.
So I was trying to look cool, and they always wearing white T-shirts, and they had the box of cigarettes under the sleeve.
Right, wrap up in their sleeve.
So where's so they're like, so where's your? Oh, you probably smoke Newports. I said, nah, Newports is the pussy. So I said, let me get a box.
See, look at you. That's that bullshit.
He was a kid.
Straight bull. Straight bullshit.
See, they smoke.
You got a whole bunch of 13 and 14-year-olds going to Florida smoking Marlboro cigarettes.
You know, I was watching
in a box.
I was watching something yesterday, the day before yesterday. They were talking about. I was watching on the internet. They were talking about Disneyland and how in Florida, especially Florida, they can't keep the alligators out there, motherfucker. Mm-hmm. You know, alligator snatched a little boy up a couple years back. You know, he was playing too close to the ocean to the edge, and he was a Scooby snack. Okay, which is fucked up.
Wait a minute. Did you hear about the woman who was walking the dogs, and there's signs that says, beware of the alligators over in this area, and she wasn't paying attention, and them alligators came out and snatched them dogs from her and dragged her off into the swamp.
I can see that.
And she like goes screaming.
I can see that.
Huh?
A dog on the
You
leash
see
and
that?
then but a straight up Scooby snack
She
for
had
alligator.
two,
Right.
like those little dogs. She had two of them, like what do you call those little teeny dogs that she was walking around with, but they were on the leash.
She ain't got them no more.
Not at all. She couldn't fight him off like the guy that had the cigar. This one guy had a cigar in his mouth and fought an alligator to get his dog back out of the alligator's mouth. He never dropped the cigar. Never.
Okay. All right, y'all.
Alligators are fast.
We gave this man a whole 40 minutes. What happened in 2022 that you want to see happen again?
I know. You need to see Disney World and Disneyland for free for this commercial.
I want to ask this: was anybody affected by the menthol being removed from? I think it's from the Newports. On my timeline, people were upset that the menthol is been snuck out of the. I think it's the Newport.
Menthol is the drug that addicts you to cigarettes.
Menthol and
people are
nicotine.
pissed.
And nicotine, yeah.
Yeah, they're not happy.
Yeah, you know what, man? First of all, people don't realize tobacco don't have no other use other than smoking it.
That's it.
It has no medicinal use. It has no other. It provides no energy. The only reason why tobacco has a value is because they found a way to smoke it, and it only grows in certain parts of the country, and that's why the value. That's why it's like cocaine. The coca plant that makes cocaine only grows in certain parts of the country. Okay. Same thing with poppy plants. Poppy kind of pop up in different parts of the country, but it's mostly outside the country. Okay, I ain't never seen nobody, have a heroin farm. Well, you probably could. After watching my show, oh damn it, they was growing poppy seeds back down south. Damn it, Ozark. It was growing poppy plants. They had their own heroin. So maybe that's just some real shit. I don't know, but I know tobacco.
Well, they disguised it with a different field.
Yeah,
so they couldn't find the poppy.
Tobacco.
So they grew something else and poppy, so that people couldn't recognize.
Right. So
tobacco was part of our history classes too, talking about
what?
Textiles, tobacco, and things like that. The business industry. They gave us a little bit of history about tobacco, but then say that the tobacco alcohol industry knocked cannabis out. That's how ruthless they were. They were ruthless.
You know why, don't you?
Yeah.
Because hemp is the baddest plant on the planet. Hemp does all kinds of shit: clothing, oil. It has medicinal uses. It has all type of shit. You can smoke it if you want to. It grows faster than trees.
I get MC. I eat MC. Yeah.
They ran a witch hunt.
I'm gonna give y'all a history lesson right quick. I'm gonna give you a history lesson. The reason why,
ladies and gentlemen, this is why we're discussing what happened in 2022 and what we're planning on talking about for 2023.
This is why I love obscure history. The reason why hemp is illegal is because Randolph Hearst, Patty Hearst's daddy, Randolph Hearst from the fucking Hearst newspaper industry
publications.
Okay, he bought. If you ever go up the 101 freeway, there's Hearst Castle. For all you can see miles around, all you can fucking see is trees. Okay, he bought those trees personally to sell them to his newspapers to make newspaper. And when hemp came around, hemp was fucking this shit off. Oh hell no! So he went on, kicked down Congress and the Senate and bribed their asses to make hemp illegal. Hemp is a cousin to marijuana. You can smoke a whole pound of hemp and won't get a headache. Okay, but what happens is trees take a lot longer to grow back than hemp. You can grow hemp this year, harvest that shit, and grow it back the next year. And the ground that it grew in is going to be better off than it was the year before. Unlike a tree. Okay, so it takes 20 years to replenish a forest, but he had bought so many goddamn trees, he just couldn't afford to have nothing else fucking with his shit. So he went and had Congress, he lobbied Congress and had them blocked, made them make hemp illegal. and made it because it's a cousin of marijuana. They put them all together and Schedule 1 the motherfuckers. And and we just now getting that shit undone right now, huh?
I said, at least you got a name, but I knew that whole story. You know, they had like campaigns.
Baby, I watched that shit.
Crazy and stuff, and making and causing people to sin. It was evil. It was.
I'm a documentary loving motherfucker. Okay.
That's why I'm over here clapping because I love it because you got the other piece. Because I saw the witch hunt and everything, and you know, like I said, they had the audacity to put it in the history books.
Now, Indians, my man Chris Stacks is right. Indians was puffing on tobacco like it was nobody's business, and they were smoking weed. Okay.
Yeah.
They Indians were doing all, but again, they had a different purpose. It wasn't because they was trying to get people hooked on tobacco. It does have a relaxing factor to it, but it's not addictive unless you put nicotine or what's the other shit we was talking about? Menthol in. Without them two ingredients, it's just something else. Okay. Weed is not really addictive unless you have an addictive personality, but the new weed that's come out now with no seeds in it and shit.
It's chemical.
There's no weed that we got now make niggas weed junkies.
Watch it.
Okay, niggas be weed junkies. Niggas got to have a eighth a day just to go function.
Be going off on people. Everybody know. Everybody know when you hadn't had it. Be like, you ain't got
wait. I was talking to a buddy of mine. He do about an eighth a day. Okay, I said, you know what? He do my bullshit. He's doing an eighth a day, and I'm like, dude, that's $20 a day. Yeah. That's $140 a week. Yeah. That's $500 or something a month. Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn. To get high. And after a certain point in time, you're not really high no more. It's just a part of your mental maintenance now.
It's chemical nature.
It becomes a part of your
body. Your body actually doesn't even feel the effects anymore.
Yeah.
We actually have cannabinoids, I believe, in our bodies anyway. So you could benefit from eating, actual marijuana in a salad or something like that, and but that's different to smoke it. But it's one thing to eat it, and it's actually a missing puzzle piece for our body with the cannabinoids and stuff,
and like
in our body already.
Sir Royale says
that's why people put weed in brownies and other desserts.
Dude, I don't do that shit.
And cookies.
I don't do that shit.
I do. I was doing a show one time.
Oh no, you don't. I don't want to be high that Tuesday. Negro, I don't want to be high that long, okay?
Dude, we were doing a show. Hold on. We were doing a show with my partner Thomas, and we were doing a show about weed. So one young lady brought and made like a whole tray of brownies and cookies and all this stuff. And she made a special thing for Thomas and I said, here, this is you. Y'all take this home. And everybody else starts some stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm driving home, and I'm trying to talk to Thomas. He says, man, these brownies are good. And I'm like, man, it'd be cool. She said, you better eat a half at a time. I got no effectiveness because Thomas is blind. Also, he said he ate 2, and he was driving from Manhattan back to the Poconos. He had to pull the car over. And he said, wait a minute, everything's spinning. Everything is spinning. Pull the car over. Wait a minute. What was in these brownies? I said, she told you. These brownies were loaded with weed.
Nope.
These weren't just regular brownies. I went on to me being, well, come on, that ain't gonna happen to me. I could take it. I cut the brownie in half and ate it. Sat down on the couch, turned on the TV,
and was stuck there.
Started spinning. I was like, wait a minute.
No.
What the fuck is in this?
No.
What was in this?
No.
That's the way they do it. She did it. She cooks it with the butter and everything. So I was like, yeah, I'll give you a stick of butter. You can put it on your toast every day.
No, I made the mistake.
Better than that.
I'm at the club one day, right? And we let people bring in cakes and cupcakes. Cupcakes became real popular. I had a bad habit of snatching cupcakes, and I have a dozen. I snatch one, rearrange them, and go to the office. Okay.
Oh God.
Put it by my door. Okay. They had, sure enough, one night they had a party, and when nobody looking, I grabbed me a cupcake, and I'm the owner. What the fuck you gonna do? And I put the cupcakes back together, and I started chewing this something good. I downed it real fast. About 20 minutes later, I was feeling real fucked up. I told my bartender. She said, "What's wrong, boss?" I said, "Baby, I don't know. I feel like I'm just high as a kite." She said, "What you do?" I said, "I ain't do nothing." She said, "What you eat?" I said, "I ate one of them cupcakes." She started laughing her ass off. They are infused with the marijuana butter. That was Saturday night. That was Saturday night. I didn't come down till Tuesday morning. I swear to God.
I believe you.
I came down Tuesday morning.
She put that
Fuck that shit.
there. I was like, I can't have this.
No. I was Saturday night about 11 o'clock. I didn't come down till Tuesday morning. No. And then, yeah, right, Mark. That just hurts. He had the right person, right pronunciation. We all good though, folks. Yeah, we kicking it. Just talk. We was supposed to be talking about 2022, but we talking about everything but 2022. Disneyland, marijuana butter, cupcakes, getting niggas high. I'm not frozen no more. I figured out how to unfreeze myself. I knew I figured out something.
What'd you
do? Just change the frame rate from 1080 to 720.
Yeah, the app probably was like, nah.
The speed.
So how much time do we got before we got to leave for 2023?
About 7 minutes. No, 9 minutes.
Okay, so let's focus on what we are looking forward to for 2023, because 2022 it's still happening. It's still too nutty for me. We freed Brittany Griner. The war in Ukraine is still going off easily. They just released Trump's tax documents. What else? Biden saved the day. What else can we talk about? Democracy's still alive, but for how long?
The guy who
crazy question there.
This is not.
I heard a crazy question.
This nigga sound like you don't see it. When did we become CNN?
Hold on. Somebody said, "Where is Kanye West?" People haven't seen him in a while. Where is Kanye? This is all 2022. Let's see. I'm just trying to roll through it so we can go to say what we're looking for 2023.
You know what? Before we go any further, hold on there 1 second, Dre. Last Saturday, I woke up. I got a phone call from my cousin. Drop a name, Lenny Williams. Yes. Oh. Lenny Williams is my cousin.
My man, that's my man.
He called me. Yeah, he's one of my cousins. He called me up last Saturday. Usually when Lenny called me in the morning, something ain't right. He called me in the morning, like before 9 o'clock. One of my other favorite cousins had a heart attack. Okay.
Oh man.
The day before that, one of my good friends was in the hospital, had a seizure. I called my cousin to tell him about my cousin. 2 days after that, my other cousin, his sister called me, tell me that cousin had a fucking stroke.
Oh.
Bye. Y'all have a good day. I'm done. You got too much problems over there.
Now,
trying to pass it
all
around?
this happened between Wednesday and Tuesday of this week. Okay. One of my good partners is home. Talked to him today. He's looking real good, sounding good. Okay. My other cousin with the stroke, he all right. They checking him for bleeding on the brain. But my other cousin with the heart attack don't look good. Brain dead. That's the word I got Tuesday, and I was talking to Dusty. I got a text saying he's brain dead. Okay. All y'all out there, I don't care how old you are. I don't care what you do for a living. I don't care who you love, who you don't like, what political party you roll with. Take care of yourself, folks. This shit ain't no joke. Okay. I know our guys a little bit older. Okay. You know, I'm a prostate cancer survivor. Dre's a diabetes advocate. Diabetic advocate. Folks, this shit ain't no joke. You know, I think I've been to a couple of funerals this year, but I know I got to go to Oakland. When my man passed, I got to go see him off. Okay. But who wants to start their year off with that? You know what I'm saying?
Well, I'm gonna end it with a big shout out to my man, the one and only Jowell from the Mighty Townhouse 3 from out here with us, who passed away. And when Chuck sent me the information, I was like, he said, "Yo, Josh passed away." I was like, "Who's Josh?" And my man Geechee Dan actually sent me the correct, just the spelling, but how it sounds on the voice thing. And it was Jowell from the Townhouse 3. And the Townhouse 3, if you ever heard of a group with No Self-Control. Oh my God, I forgot the name of the group with TA and Company that Flavor was in on Soul Records. Oh God. Anyway, they were all part of this big group with us on WBAU. So big shout out John Well and his family. We love you, man. It was a pleasure getting to know you. And you know what? Celebrating your life. I don't celebrate death. I celebrate life and say, I'm very pleased to have been a part of your existence and you to be a part of mine. Thank you, and thank you.
Let's see. For my 2023, I will have my first published article in a magazine that someone allowed me to come into and whatnot too. So I had to muster up completing a task and getting it done to share with someone to share to an article to get published. So that'll
Okay.
be published for the January issue. And
Congratulations.
let's see. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Inspired by present company, and also going to be working with a couple of artists who want to get connected to not just the legends, but also just the other PR things. As y'all know, I'm a little social butterfly, and I got some people that want to come through to holler at the legends too. That's going to be coming next year, probably, and maybe we'll get on Clubhouse too. So I've kind of grown and blossomed, and I'm learning that helping people figure out the projects and things they would like to do that like I've learned from you all has been a great help. So I went ahead and did that project because with the article because of how on social media that fluke thing that I had to get some, to get it's getting social media is going to get less social, and I wanted to teach people my little fluke things. It's got me blackballed on social media, and also has got me to go viral a little bit on social media. So my first article will be out next month in 2023, which is also a year of completion. 22 plus 0 plus 2 plus 3 is 7. So next year is a year of completion. Everybody, 7. It's a 7 year. So
All right. Well,
I think we got a lot to go.
you know what? I got 3 documentaries in various stages of production. One, the Eve documentary should be ready. It's pretty much 99.9% ready now. We just added the voiceover and a couple of things. We submitted to a couple of film festivals, waiting to hear back right now. The Lonzo N.W.A. now with our Lonzo documentary is about 80% finished, and hopefully we should have that done by March. The other one, You Can't Erase Me. Don't know the status on that one, but it should be pretty much close to completion. And I think 2022 for me was a great year to get regrounded.
Mm-hmm.
I started. I came in like gangbusters with Dre gave me a lob, but I didn't have the ball. I didn't know what to do with it. Okay, he gave me the lob with the Super Bowl, and I knew I was going to take it to the hoop. Look at Bernadette fucking up my speech. I'm making a speech and you fucking it up with the Anyway, he gave me a lob with at the Super Bowl, and it took me and my boy Velo David a couple of months to figure out how we're gonna take this thing to the hoop, and it's ready to go to the hoop, folks. And yeah, because I need my royalties from Eve at the Dark documentary. Who the fuck is that? Oh, unknown.
Mr. Manuel.
Yeah. This nigga, he's the only nigga in the world doing an interview like he in Witness Protection Program. Okay.
See?
What? Who's that mom's breast cancer?
Marlon said, I love this, Marlon. I love that we do talk about health a lot for African American males and female myself. We talk about awareness a lot, and so I love that we got a place to even say that. And Marlon said his mother was diagnosed with breast cancer, and
I hope she be all right. I hope she's all right. Hope she can come through it fine, yes. Doc.
keep us posted, please, about it. And thank you for like I said, I'm glad you can say that here.
Yeah,
and
we totally understand, bro. We totally understand. We get it. We understand the emotional situations behind that, the whole 9 yards. So we'll be praying for your mom, man, and much love to you. Happy holidays, man, and Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Mike T in the house from CMW. I see him there. Much love.
Wait.
Also, hold on. Somebody gave us something we want to share with us right quick. Chris Stack says, just a side note, everyone. My doctor told me that an asthma inhaler will cure COVID. Just wanted to share that with y'all. Okay, and that's interesting. That's interesting.
That is.
Huh?
I don't know how an inhaler will cure a virus, but
the virus attacks your lungs, though.
No, but a virus may attack your lungs, but the inhaler is to clear your lungs.
From the virus.
You gotta understand. I do not know for sure, but it's some good information.
I'm gonna tell you
Check
something
it
else.
out.
I'm gonna
That's the
tell you
best
something else I
result.
never understood. How is it that when you get a yeast infection, you get a shot as opposed to a cream? I never understood that shit. But back in the
But I
day
thought they do give the cream too.
when I was knocking
I
out
thought
the
you're
hood
supposed to get the
rats,
cream.
I had to itch
Oh,
like a motherfucker. Knocked out the hood
sorry.
rat, get the itching. What the fuck am I itching for? Doc, give me a shot. You got a yeast infection. You have a yeast infection. Well, what the fuck? I gotta take a shot for then. Take this shot. Don't do nothing for 3 weeks. Be right back.
Big pharma. That's why. Big pharma.
Well, I
Big
can't get the
pharma.
cream. I got the cream on me. Why I can't get the cream even off of me? Anyway, folks,
Doctors are just well-paid brand ambassadors. That's why.
they well-paid drug dealers. Shit.
Drug
Anyway,
dealers too. That's
Don't
why.
get your deals with white. Can I get my 2023 off for a
go
second?
ahead, man. We over time, but go ahead.
Okay, here's my 2023. I'm here to bring the love, and I want to congratulate Legendary Connects from its inception to where we've been perspiring, working on it, figuring it out, and getting it on. For 2023, we're going to have a lot of fun. That's a big thing. We're going to put fun back in the world. We're going to give love to the world. And big shout out to the family of the world's greatest soccer player, Pele. Come on, man. You got to give a shout out to Pele.
Yeah, much love, Pele. Much more power. Rest in power, Doc. Hey,
Because
folks.
the last thing that he said was love, love, love. Big shout out to Pele.
We
We're
are
going to
the
have a good year.
world.
It's going to be a
We
good
are
year.
children.
See,
Yes, we
Live
are.
around for a
they
brighter.
had drama on
Fuck out of here. We gotta go, y'all. Hey, happy New Year, everybody, y'all. You live with Lonzo, Miss
Happy New
Bernadette,
Year.
and Dr. Love Dre. Okay,
Happy
he
New
probably
Year.
sitting at home with some beads on his big ass and some peace signs and shit with a goddamn flower crown and shit. We out of here, y'all. See y'all next year.
Right.
Peace, y'all.